being freaking single, being 25, and just being by yourself actually sucks. I don't care. Nobody else got to say, like, I get it. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to literally go out right now. I just want to just film this before I leave. But it's literally a Saturday. It's like literally 3:45. I ain't got no girl. I'm not trying to talk to no girls for real, like right now. Um, but at the same time, I want to, but I just feel like I'm not. I don't know. Like I'm not like going being that I just went through what I just went through. I feel like I shouldn't be trying to talk to girls. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to do that. In fact, like I feel like when I just locked in and started chasing my purpose, my YouTube channel literally grew to over 1K subs in less than a month. So for me, I looked at that as like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be just chasing my purpose, forget everything else, forget girls, forget this, forget that. But now, if I'm being honest, like not talking to anybody, like I don't hang out with nobody like that. Even like the boys, like I don't. I'm gonna be honest, like I don't have that many friends, and like I'm realizing that me going through that divorce, me going through my job loss right now, and just like being back on the market for going back into corporate, all this stuff, like I've been so much trying to just kind of, I guess, do this by myself. And I've, in a sense, I think isolated myself from people. I've, in a sense, kind of like put myself in my own isolation. And I've told myself, like, oh, you know, I went through this thing with this girl. I'm not going to try to date anymore or whatever the case is. I'm just going to focus on my purpose. And then when the time comes, I'll date again. But I'm also realizing, like, it's, for one, super lonely. So I'm just trying to navigate this. I'm trying to learn how to navigate this, bro. 'Cause I don't know what I'm doing. I literally have no clue what I'm doing. But all I can say is that being 25, single, and just going through this, like these trials, like by yourself and going through this stuff, like, yes, I have people reaching out to me, like, you know, checking in on me sometimes and things like that. Like, it's great. But I'm talking about like, literally just being like able to talk to someone on a daily, able to kick it with someone on a daily. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that like in person, like being somewhere with someone in person and just like hanging out with them, going to go do stuff, just kick it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I have like a routine of doing that. And for me, as someone who I'm realizing that I am an extrovert, but I'm also very much like an introvert as well. And I don't know, like it's so hard not to talk to people, but then at the same time, when I do start hanging out with people or I do want to plan stuff, I can quickly low key get drained. And I'm gonna be honest, like surface wise, you may think I'm still in it, like I'm still cool with what we're doing, but inside I'm just kind of like, bro, like I'm cooked. Like I don't know what it is. Like I'm just like I'm drained, and yeah, it has been very difficult, bro. Like being by yourself, doing this by yourself, and like being alone, it is not fun. And as a Christian, you know, I'm trying to like also, I don't want to just play around, talk to people. Cause I'm not gonna lie, if I'm being honest, like I'm yearning and longing to be in, like I'm in love with God. You know what I'm saying? I have my relationship with God, but I'm also longing to be not alone. Like, I'm not trying to dwell alone. Like the Bible literally calls us like not to. Like we're not created to dwell alone. There was a video. I'll put his video on the screen, but like the dude was talking about how like basically we are literally either meant to be in communion with other disciples or hanging around with people, whatever the case is. We're not really. We have this like idea of like isolation or like being alone is like a cool thing, like, or just kind of like, yeah, I'm in my lonely season, whatever the case is. Like, we're not meant to dwell alone. Like, we're not designed that way. So I think for me, it's just like I'm trying to also break out of my shell. I don't know what it is. I've also like kind of in a sense like built social anxiety for some reason. I don't know where that came from. I'm not claiming it, but I'm just saying like it's something that I'm realizing for myself. Um, like I literally take ashwagandha, like kind of like to ease myself, or whatever the case is. And but at the same time, I'm also extrovert, so I'm very good at like just networking or talking to people, and like having very warm conversations. But at the same time, I find myself just struggling to like want to like involve myself in different things. Like even at church, like there was baptism Sunday this weekend, and I didn't do it. Why? I don't know why. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like I want to be alone. But then when I am alone, I'm like, this actually sucks. So I don't even know what to do. Like I really have no idea what to do. And yeah, like it's super lonely, bro. Like it is super lonely. And I'm trying to like also not talk to people just because of like, just like for surface things. Like, yes, like having friends, whatever the case is cool, but I'm not trying to just like talk to anybody or be around anybody just because I'm lonely. So that's what makes it even harder because I'm not trying to like just kick it with anybody just because I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to do that. So for me, I think I'm just trying to figure out like how to do this. If y'all have tips on how to do it or how you navigate through being alone, single, young, also still like even dealing with like trying to, how do I say this? I'm not struggling with like lust or like wanting like I'm not out here doing anything, but my natural like just like my chemical makeup obviously as a man and even for women, like you obviously have the drive for sex. You obviously have the drive to want to do things. But for me, by God's grace, like I don't watch stuff no more. I don't do that stuff anymore. But for me, it's just like I am so much longing for that as well. It's so hard to explain. It is so hard to explain. I'm just getting my thoughts out honestly at this point. But like, yeah, like dealing with all of that, just loneliness. You're single. You're trying not to indulge yourself. You don't want to. You don't want to indulge. I'm not going to. I don't want to indulge myself into just like, oh, I'm just gonna kick it with anybody, and you know what I'm saying, woody woody whoop, or you know what I'm saying. I just feel like that leads down to like the wrong paths. So I'm just trying to figure out how to navigate this. I'm trying to figure out how to navigate it, and the best ways that I've been navigating it so far is obviously involving myself back into just content creation, like getting myself into just that creative mode, editing, just being vulnerable in here, using this as like a diary of cinematic diary, vlogs, talking, whatever the case is. I'm just putting everything out, like out of like I'm pouring it out, right? Journaling, being in my word, obviously, and then like just like focusing on my health, things like that, going to the gym. These are the ways I'm trying to like deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like these are all the ways I'm trying to deal with it. But I don't know. Maybe this video relates to somebody else out there, and I'm just wanting to talk about it because it's a real thing. I think there's a lot of people that feel like it's like such an interesting place because like you know that you're supposed to be like right now. It's not even that I'm supposed to be. Right now, I feel like I am in a season where God is obvious. Like I can obviously tell He's crafting me. He's putting me through things, or not that He's putting me through things. I'm going through things, but I'm using these trials and tribulations as a great way to obviously like get closer to God, and it's just like a character building season for me is what I'll say, and I'm in that season, but also during this season I can already tell like I'm not really supposed to be just talking to anybody, kicking it with everybody. But then there's the other side to it too, where it's like I'm longing to have that, relationship, or longing to have that like community. You know what I'm saying? Like the community, and also just kind of like having that person. So it's like I'm trying to balance all that because like if you're in a season where you feel like God has pulled you away from people, God has put you to the side, and He's working on you, then there's a side of it where it's like, but at the same time, I strongly want to hang out with people, do certain things, whatever the case is. And I'm 25. I just turned 25 this year. And I'm trying to figure out how to navigate this certain point in my life. I'm trying to figure out how to navigate this feeling that I have of just pure, like, kind of like that loneliness feeling. Cause I know we're not supposed to like be like this, if that makes sense. And I can't verbatim explain it how he explained it in the video, but basically the video I saw the other day was that in the beginning God made like the creatures, God made the creatures of the water, creatures of the ground, of the earth, creatures of the air, like all these different things. And he made them after their kind, which means like there was a bird that had a bird that had a bird. It's what they all look, the birds look the same or whatever species they are. But they're a bird after their bird after their bird after their kind. And then, I'm saying, like the creature of the water after their kind. So there's like, I'm saying, they're obviously reproducing and they're like together. It's like a community of them. And God saw that as good, right? God saw that it was good that they were all, reproducing and they're all after their kind. There was like more. It wasn't just one. It was after their kind. So it was like one after they one after one. And it was like a community or, species of those animals. And then he made us after our kind. But this was like the point where I'm trying to hope I'm saying this correctly. Like watch this video. But he basically says like how God made us after our kind or his kind. And we are after God's likeness, right? So God made us we are made in the image of God, right? After his kind. So, and then from there, he goes and talks about basically how the man was alone. And this was the first time, because keep in mind, God was saying it was good that the birds were made after their kind. It was good that the animals of the sea or the waters were made after their kind. Animals of the ground were made after, all that was good. Only time he said it was like not good was when he saw that the man was dwelling alone. So for that, it literally tells us he's literally showing us it's not good for us to dwell alone. It's not good for us not to have community. It's not good for us to just be by ourselves. So I don't know. I'm just seeing after that video, I really hope I explained that well. Please go watch the video because I low-key he explains it really well. But yeah, I'm just feeling this feeling of it's not good. Especially when you're dwelling alone, you're more tempted to fall into things. You're more tempted to do whatever the case is when you're alone, But during this lonely season, either this is how he said it, and this is what kind of I resonated with, is I'm in this season alone, but I can either use this time to literally be I'm by myself in here, but I can use this time to be closer to God, or you should be with other people, or I should be in more community, whatever the case is. So I'm going to try to, in the next few weeks or whatever the case, the next few days, to try to, get more involved, get myself out there more, and just, get involved in the community, get involved with, people, and just, do more things. So anyways, I just have to say this video, I don't know. If anybody else resonates with this and they feel like they're in that space too, where it's you're alone, your single season, or you're in your season of just, by yourself, and you feel like God is obviously building your character. Maybe you're going through trials, maybe you're not, but you're still alone. Let me know how y'all are dealing with it. Let me know how you guys are trying to navigate it, and just being in that space, especially if you're in my same age group, of 20s, maybe even early 30s, whatever the case is. Just kind of how do you navigate that? And if you've already been through this season and maybe you're past it, and whatever the case is, how did you get through it? Because it's definitely not easy, and it's definitely an interesting spot for me. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Now I'm about to go leave. I'm probably gonna go get a coffee and then edit this video and get it out to you guys today. So, but anyway, this is just, I don't know. These are just my thoughts right now, and I'm trying to figure it out, and it's not fun. It is not fun being this alone and this single and this by yourself. I don't know. That's all I have to say. I'm yearning and longing to be in community with other people, and eventually, Lord willing, in community and communion with one of his daughters. But I don't know. It's just the reality, bro. It's the freaking reality, okay? It's the freaking reality, all right? But, yeah. Anyways, that's it for the video. I love you guys. To the people out here who have been reaching out to me, beautiful comments, people DMing me, people that are have my number, have called me, whatever the case is. I love and appreciate all that. I love and appreciate all you guys, seriously. So I don't want to come across as though no one's reaching out to me and or what they're doing is not enough. It's not that. It's just I'm still, I'm alone. Realistically, I don't hang out with people like that. I kind of stick to myself, whatever the case is, and it's not the best feeling. So, anyways, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.